A funeral service will be held for our fallen leader, Julius Caesar. Speeches will be delivered by Marcus Julius Brutus and Consul Mark Antony. No gladiators, actors, or unclean tradesmen may attend. This month's public wed with the poet is provided by the People's Front of Judah, Pax Augusta.
All right, lemmings, attention!
Centurion Pompus is here to observe our marching display for Caesar's funeral. I want you ragtag lot at your best. I swear if so much as one of you mentions the way he talks
Oh, yes, greetings, gentlemen. These are your legionaries, I presume.
Of course, sir. Only our finest and most well-trained men have been selected to guard Julius Caesar's funeral pyre.
Hold on, sir. I thought you said it was on account of our not digging the latrine pits.
Silence, legionary Picus! Because Caesar was stabbed, the Philippians are rioting in the streets again. It is quite a problem.
Rioting in the streets?
Control your tongue, legionary Picus!
Legionary, standard march! Halt! Present shields! Legionaries, testudo formation!
Legionaries, opossum formation!
Picus!
Almost entertaining. Hopefully such comedy will prevent the masses from rioting again.
The masses are rioting at Caesar's funeral? I don't think I can go, actually. I just remembered an appointment.
Attention! Report back to me at first light.
I liked you legionaries much better when you are silent and do as you're told.
Who will you trade for it? Friends, my name is Crassus the Augur. For a paltry sum, I can show you the secrets that your future holds.
We're not interested.
As I was saying, I have a first edition film. Excuse me, good sirs. Would you happen to be two of the famous gladiators of the arena?
Why, yes. How did you know?
Because I divined the answer using my great mystical powers. The wings of yonder sparrow gave me my knowledge.
Are you sure you didn't just read it off my shield?
Of course not. You doubt the awesome power of augury?
Yes.
By studying the movements and eating habits of our holy winged creatures, I can look deep into the fabric of time and read your future.
My future?
Surely a man who fights for his life each day can see the benefit of knowing the outcome of every battle.
We professional gladiators no longer fight to the death. But I would like to know how I'll be Ulrich the God tomorrow and how good I'll look doing it.
Come, I will give you a special price.
You live in a chicken coop?
Speak not so, Kelsey, the home of our feathered prophets. The gods speak through their every movement. I've seen armies and nations fall from the simple crow of a rooster.
This is how you read the future? By watching chickens?
You're misunderstanding. The three sisters of fate have already decided which direction your battle will take. By watching the chickens' every movement, Crassus can see their favor or disfavor. The chickens know your destiny. The chickens always know.
Yes, I can't wait.
That will be 85 denarii.
85? It'll be worth it to learn my fate tomorrow.
Now, close your eyes as I perform the secret first rites of augury.
This is ridiculous.
Ah yes, the gods say you'll have their full favor in all coming battles.
I've never seen a future so full of fortune.
So if the chickens eat the food, it means the gods have decided all this?
It's a bit more complicated.
What if the chickens are just hungry?
You're scaring the holy ones.
Oh, too bad this is all the time we have for today. Have fun at the Colosseum.
Rotten pompous Romans, today they ordered me to make sure each guest enters on their left foot to ensure luck. Footman they call me now. Who ever heard of such a thing? Me was a proud Gaulish warrior.
What's your grudge with the Romans? They are arrogant, but they have civilized the world, even backwater Gaul.
They've taken everything from us, and not just from us, from our fathers and from our fathers' fathers. And what have they return?
The aqueduct.
Oh yeah, they didn't give us that, but besides the aqueduct.
And sanitation, you remember Gaul before sanitation?
All right, but besides the aqueduct and sanitation, what did the Romans given us?
Roads, concrete, arches, an accurate calendar, books with pages, and public baths.
All right. But besides toilets and arches and books and calendars and public health and a fresh water system and baths, what have the Romans done for us?
Improve medicine, education, irrigation, and public health. And it's safe to walk in the streets at night now.
They do know how to keep order. Of course, another idiot entered on their right foot.
Marcus, please tell me you have finished your first course. Lucius and his friends are expecting at least 3 courses with dinner.
Already done, boss. The pistachio just needs these vegetables. I already put in the shellfish.
But what about eggs? You can't have pistachio without eggs.
Sorry, sir.
Now, I just captured these dormice. I need you to stuff and bake them. While I pluck the peacock feathers.
Yes, sir.
Claudia!
Yes, so skillful one.
Are the snails ready yet?
Yes, sir, I put them in the dish with their milk. I think they're so cute. They're napping in there.
How can you tell? Please tell me you have added the salt so they would get thirsty and drink the milk. Salt, Claudia. The snails need to be fat and bloated like little cows.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Salt in with the snails. It's just they try to run away when I put the salt in.
How fast can they possibly go? No more excuses, or I'll cover you with honey and leave you to the bees.
Yes, sir.
I need a plebeian!
Sorry, sir. It's my first day, and...
No time for pleasantries, plebeian. The vomitorium needs to be cleaned before the feast. Chop chop!
The... what? Did he say vomitorium?
The patricians stuff themselves and routinely go to the vomitorium to free up more room.
You mean they...
Everywhere. And you get to clean it up. Better get started. Take those. You'll need them.
Decima, I absolutely love what you've done with this place. Although, you should see my house on the Tiber. It's a little much less cramped than this one.
Well, thanks, Lucius, dear. But didn't your entire staff come down with malaria last week? You'll have to hire new servants to fill that big empty house.
Oh, how droll. Tell me, Decima, what do you think of all this emperor nonsense? With Caesar dead, there doesn't seem much point.
You didn't hear? He named his nephew Octavius as his heir before they killed him, barely past boyhood. And the little fool is styling himself emperor.
And what about Mark Antony? What does he say?
I don't know, but he's a dangerous man. We'll have to find a way to distract him.
And what about this Egypt place? Those sun-baked sand worshippers and Cleopatra, their queen, could keep him busy.
Yes, he's too unpredictable to stay in Rome. I'll whisper in the council's ear, and he'll think it was his idea.
Most devious plan, Fabiana.
My specialty, darling.
If you excuse me, I must try the vomitorium before dinner. I hear it's simply marvelous.
Of course, it's right down the hall. I have Flebians scrub it, so do enjoy.
Step right up. Receive the best medical care this side of the Tiber. Trained in Athens, Dr. Mykono, myself, can solve all your health problems. I can give you herbal remedies or surgeries. No problem too large or too small.
Hey, Doc, we need a hand over here.
Hello, good sirs. I am Dr. Mykono, highly trained surgeon and doctor, and this is my assistant, Ambrosia. What seems to be the problem?
Caesar's funeral, that's what. There was a rioting when Brutus got up to speak. We all knew he stabbed Caesar. It was unbelievable.
Some blue-painted Celtic jumped on us in a mad rage and clawed our arms half to shreds.
It doesn't look too bad, but it's good that you came right to me, however.
Infection would mean a visit from Mr. Bonesaw.
Fortunately, this will only require some bandages and some of Ambrosia's custom ointment.
Custom?
Yes, a paste of willow, fennel, sage, and willow bark. Blessed by a priest of the Temple of Zeus. Or Jupiter, that is.
What sort of stuff is this bandage made from? I ain't never seen it before.
A sample blend of honey and vinegar applied over cobwebs. It's incredibly strong.
Dr. Mykonos' combat kit contains all the necessary ingredients for only 25 denarii.
I don't plan on being on the field of battle anytime soon, but thanks for the tip, Doc Cobwebs. Who'd have thought?
Oh, well, that'll be 5 for the ointment and 5 for the bandages. It was a pleasure treating you, Legionaries.
Thanks for the quick work, Doc. We still have time to get to the Colosseum if we hurry, okay?
People of Rome, although our leader Julius Caesar has fallen, we will honor him in the arena today. I give you Theodosius the Mighty against Samus the Strong.
Ha! You'll have to do better than that. The gods themselves have decreed my victory. The gods decreed you have been talking to Crixus the bird, Augur. Have you? But how? How'd you know? He scammed me out of 50 denarii last week. You actually believe his chicken routine? I paid pity. Well, be sure to congratulate him after I destroy him.
They don't call me Samus the Strong for nothing.
Please, I surrender.
What you say, people of Rome, life or death for this fallen gladiator. Theodosius the cowardice has amused me on this day. I grant life.
Oh, Petronia, I hate how far this new public bath is. Our old one was right next door.
But you know this one is much more luxurious. Plus they have that donkey milk anti-aging cream you love.
Yes, but our old one was so much warmer.
You're right, of course. But don't forget the complimentary mousetrap and toothpaste. Fabulous.
Did you hear that? Romans brush their teeth with mouse droppings. Vile, I can't believe I'm enslaved by people whose breath smells like...
We were conquered, Castus. Don't you remember? It's no use fighting the Romans.
Yeah, but think about all the slaves and servants in the conquered countries. There's so many of us, and if we all banded together...
It's been done before. Ever heard of Spartacus?
Eh?
The crazy guy was a gladiator. He cut his way out of Ludus with kitchen tools. He led 70,000 slaves against the Romans. Beat them too for 2 whole years. Spartacus taught those Romans a thing or two about tactics.
What happened to Spartacus and all those slaves?
Most of them got killed during the fighting. The survivors were, well, it's too awful to tell.
Let's just say it doesn't pay to rebel. Better to keep your head down.
Shh, a legionary.
And that's when a 10-foot gall laid into my arm with a knife. But while the blade was stuck in my arm, I beheaded him with a final stroke. Hi-ya!
Astounding, but that seems remarkably fresh for having happened all the way up in Gaul.
Pa, you should have seen it months ago. The doctors tried to amputate it, but they said my arm was just too tough.
Too tough for a bone saw?
I don't know about that. Are you even a legionnaire? They don't just give these uniforms to anybody. Look, there's my legionnaire training over there.
Picus! There you are! Legionnaire Picus, get over here, or so help me, I will have you thrown to the lions.
Seems like they need you, Legionnaire. Good luck with those Gauls.